All right, what is up, everyone? We are back, and you've made it to course number 18 of playing the #1 course in all 50 states. We are in Wyoming. Let's get into it. All right, let me tell you what, I do not know much about Wyoming, except for the fact that there is not much here. I basically been driving for a few hours, and it's been like the occasional like snowy mountain and like group of cows, and that's been about it for several hours. I know Yellowstone is up like, what is that, northwest-ish of the state, but like we were pretty much south. We're in Laramie, Wyoming. We're like 2 hours from Denver, so we're pretty much right on the border of Wyoming and Colorado. But I'm excited to play this today. This has been like probably the most normal looking course, I guess. There's nothing like super special about it. I guess this is just like a good, I guess, park style course if it's the #1 rated. But it is interesting. So like most of the ratings are like out of 5, obviously, on UDisc, they're like probably 4.6 and above. This one is 4.1, and it is the #1 course in the state of Wyoming. So I don't know if there's just like not a lot of courses in Wyoming in general, or what the deal is, but we're playing this one. It's Scotty's disc golf course, or DGC, I guess. Yeah, it looks like I've read some reviews about it. It looks like it's just like a good park style course. Nothing super long, depending on the pin locations. They have different pin locations. Like this first one's pretty long, but everything looks to be, you know, mid 300s and below. But we'll see, because obviously like the pins too are different. So let's get into it. Actually, before we get started, I want to say thank you. If you're subscribed to us, or this just happens to be the first video you watch of ours, I want to give you a huge thank you. Without you guys watching and for the support and everything to the channel, I would not be able to travel the country and do all this. So I want to thank you. I hope you're enjoying these videos. But yeah, I'm super excited to get this opportunity. So thank you guys. All right, as usual, we are playing the quote unquote longest layout. They only have one layout. They just have different pin locations, so I'm kind of at the mercy of whatever those are in, but I'm attempting to play the hardest. Do normal stroke play. I'm gonna go 2 off the top and then 1 from there. Hole 1, 513 par 4. I like starting on par 4s. Just throw something out there. It's wide open. I think that's kind of the theme for most of it. It looks like there might be some trees to contend with on kind of like maybe the back 9 or something, but wide open here. Just throw something really far, pitch up, tap in a birdie, and we move on. Oh, that's fine. I always feel like I have to mention, I never warm up before. Like that throw is like, I'm like 10 minutes out of the car by the time it takes me to set everything up and start. So we get better, I promise. All right, this destroyer, I've thrown it a couple times. It is not as stable. I lost that green destroyer that kind of had like the tie-dyes, so I just replaced it with another dyed destroyer. But this one isn't as stable like that one kind of was, so I'm hoping they're pretty similar. No. Also, I can just tell, sorry, I talk a lot. I can tell, like that time before throwing, like my elbow was not first. It was like my whole body came through at the same time, so we'll fix that. All right, first shot off the tee. I probably could have gone forehand and got further, but I hate throwing forehand off the first. We have probably a little less than 200 in. It's sitting like right in between that grouping of trees. So you just kind of like this first one on the left, if you can just beat that, then you're under the basket. Gonna be inside, but we're putting. Yeah. I didn't get wide enough. I was aiming right at the basket instead of throwing to the left of it. Is what it is. I did not think that was gonna get there. All right, good birdie to start. Hole 2, pretty much the same shot off the tee. It's just gonna be hyzer backhand, 342 feet. It's sitting kind of in between that grouping of trees. Probably just hyzer over the road, which is OB, but I don't think, we have a tailwind, so I don't think it's gonna hold or anything like that. So maybe another one. We're gonna try that racer again, I think. Just out wide over the road, let it skip. That's gonna get a huge skip off the road. Go in. Oh, I think I threw it wider than I was anticipating, so you'll see the end of it. Let's go. All right, if the putt is hitting like this today, I think we're in for something special. All right, the birdie streak is still alive. This one's gonna be tough. Let me check if it's a par 4 actually. Okay, it is. 447 par 4, you are playing over the water. Now I think it's like, I think I could cross with a forehand. Let me check wind. It is left to right, so I might go forehand over the water, and then if it crashes early, that's fine. But I think I could cross the pond. I'm gonna try to at least. I'm probably gonna throw something like the Racer or the Destroyer. That way if those do go in the water, then I'm not like super hurt, you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna go Racer, and again, I'm gonna go pretty flat, but that wind is blowing pretty good left to right. So if it does catch and pick up, at least I'll be safe, and then I can pitch up, maybe still get a birdie, you know? Get picked up, please. Oh yeah, that's like ideal. That's probably like a jump putt in, tap in a birdie, and we're 3 for 3. All right, if I throw that higher and maybe get some turn, just throw like a better shot, I definitely think I can cross that far side. This is perfectly fine, especially because like I don't need an eagle. I just want like an easy birdie. So a little bit of kind of tailwind now. I'm gonna jump putt and hyzer, just make sure it gets, you know, in circle, tap in a birdie, and we're doing just fine. Yeah. There we go. All right, this one's gonna be tough. 366 into a headwind, probably with the wind, it's probably playing closer to like 380, I imagine. It's blowing pretty good. Big shot, just hoping to get in circle, give myself a chance. Par 3, so gotta get close, really. Hold. Nope. Kind of thought that Racer would do it. Oh, dang. Okay, all things considered, we're pushing pin high probably, maybe a touch short, but I thought the Racer would hold a little more. I probably could have thrown the Rive, I guess, but I don't know. I thought that was it. As far as birdieing goes, this is not ideal. Should be a good par though. Was 18 under really ever a question? Probably not. Always fun to think about though. Little Annie, that might have been decent. All right, hole 5, 315. It's sitting back these green trees right in the middle of the fairway. It's sitting just a little ways back behind them. Only 315 though. The wind is like now left to right. So I'm probably just gonna forehand out wide, let it crash in. Really wide. Push. Probably pin high, putting. All right, I threw that wider than I wanted, sure. But the wind also didn't push it, like bring it as much. Once it like started fading, it didn't push it as much as I thought. It just kind of smacked it to the ground. So outside circle here. We're gonna try a little stepper into the tailwind. This will be a good make. Stay. Dude, I do that every time. If I just aim right, they would go in like 90% of the time. This feels like a missed opportunity. 315 hyzer forehand, and I can't capitalize. All right, the wind is doing quite a bit now, blowing pretty good, and it's like a head left to right, which is like probably the worst wind ever. It's a 558 par 4. It's playing, you're just on one big shot here, and then it's out over, kind of tucked to the water. Very similar like pin location as hole 3. So just gonna throw something far out there, ideally. Throw something in, maybe get a birdie. Low skipper. Higher, I think that would have been really good, but I think that's fine. All right, so I thought I was going to that basket right there, but I'm actually going to that one, which is like probably another 150, 200 feet deeper. All right, this one might just be a par. So I don't know how far away the basket is from here. I thought I was going there, which would be a little chip up, but no, we're going deep. I'm gonna throw hyzer, pretty much same shot around this tree in front of me. Hopefully just kind of funnel right to the basket. Oh my gosh, and you yank it so far. I might have just thrown it in water. I'm not 100% sure. Took me a second to find it, but we were just dug in the side of that hill. I don't know if that's in or out. I'm not in water, but I also don't know where to stand, so I might just take casual relief. All right, this is an interesting play. Casual relief. This disc is sticking right there. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna get it, to be honest with you. Pitch up, I think this is 3, so I guess I could still par this hole, assuming what I'm doing here is correct. Okay, not super good. We're gonna try to get this, and I'm gonna leave the camera rolling just in case something crazy happens. I wanna jump across, but I don't know how to get back across. You know what I mean? All right, we're actually gonna go this route. Bro, why does this not stick? Let's get it wet first. There we go. So I can even clean it off in there. Sit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, all things considered, not a bad spot. I'm out of breath. If I tap this in for a 4, that is probably the sloppiest way you could have played this hole, I'm guessing. I am probably pretty sure that that's out of bounds typically. I didn't read it on the sign. Didn't really look for it on the sign, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll take a par there. All right, they're trying to tell me that this hole is 315 feet. It certainly doesn't look that far. So I'm gonna throw justice. A little bit of tailwind too, so I don't think I should have like a problem with distance. But yeah, that hole wasn't great. I'm giving myself a par for sure, because I was technically never in water. Good thing like the creek is down. But I think it definitely says like creek. This one says creek line, which I'm guessing is this upper part here, but par. Yeah, definitely not 315. I'm glad I didn't throw fairway there. I would have hit that guy on the bridge. Yeah, a little deep. I probably could have gone like ghoul or something, but I'll talk about it after this actually. Thank goodness. Okay, but what I want to talk about is I need like an overstable approach that is shallow. The zones are fine. It was really that Crystal Flex one, the only ones I've liked throwing, and I lost it. The Z one, I lost, so that's why I'm throwing the ghoul now. But yeah, they're just like deep. The ghoul, I kind of like the thumb track on top, and I don't hate the feel of the disc. It's also just really deep, so I need like a shallow, like really overstable approach disc. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for right now. Any recommendations, I'll take them. I forgot to do the whole breakdown. 268. Par 3. This one's actually accurate to what that sign says too, so feels good. Probably just maybe go same disc. We're in a headwind now, but I think like that shot probably went about 270, so I think it should be good. You're also really close to the tee pad. There's a bush like almost on the tee pad. Hold. Okay, now fall down. Wow, it listened. Okay, probably 15, 20 short, I'm guessing. All right, we probably are in that 20-foot range. However, we're right under this low tree, so straddle. I don't even know if you can see me, but this would be a good make. I'm terrible at these. Yep. Didn't have much faith in that one going in. First one of these today. All right, basically the same hole, 3 holes in a row. Hole 9, last one here. I think I'm 4 down, maybe? 4 down, and I've missed a couple, like a couple par 4s, or maybe just the one par 4, I don't remember. 225, straight shot. I'm probably gonna go that same justice on the flex again, and hopefully get a birdie on one of these shorties. that's gonna be really good. Go in. Oh, sit. And it sat. I think I was actually short, but good shot. All right, I was just thinking about my score, and it's funny. So I'm 5 down with 9 to play, right? So I think the best I've shot is 11 at, what was it, Kayak Point in Washington. Super open, super scoreable. But it's funny, I would say this course is easier than that, and there's a potential I shoot worse. You know what I mean? And I guess that's a lot of them. Not that Kayak was like super, super difficult. It was pretty open. Like there was a few like mid 400 par fours, you know what I mean? So those are like pretty easy birdies. But it's funny that, yeah, I could potentially shoot worse on this course. I don't know, it's weird. I'm playing the comparison game, but that's kind of what this whole thing is. All right, start off the back 9 here. Hole 10, says 310 on the sign there. This tree that's in the middle of the fairway where these people are walking, that's basically like maybe like halfway or a little before halfway the hole, and it's just behind that. So I think kind of have a almost straight tailwind against. So I think the justice is gonna be enough. I'm gonna hit it hard with some anhyzer for sure, but I think it should be enough to kind of skip up there. Good stable and push. Probably should have clubbed up, but that's fine. All right, this one's honestly pretty short. I probably could have thrown my orange one. Got a little straighter flight. Since it's bead, it kind of has a little more glide to it. But this is like maybe 20. It's probably shorter. Yeah. Oh, I thought that spit out for a second. That was crazy. All right, 6 down. Playing well. The wind hasn't been as much of a factor as I thought it was going to. It's kind of starting to pick up here. Hole 11, 296. It's just a hyzer. It's playing off to the left, pretty close to the water. I'll move the camera so you maybe have a better angle, but just 300-foot hyzer. We have a headwind now, which isn't like super fun, but yeah, still not far. I'm basically just gonna try to throw something flat out there, and if it holds straight, fine. I just don't want to lose anything, go be in the water or anything like that. Like that. Hit something, please. Thank you. I will take that over losing a disc any day. All right, honestly, super generous. I'm like maybe just outside circle, but had there been nothing here and I threw that, I would be like probably across the water. So gonna try that stepper again. We're gonna go out to the right of the basket so it fades in instead of throwing right at the basket and it missed left. To right. I think I was more focused on aiming that time than the actual shot. All right, hole 12, 297. Scary shot because like every fiber of my being wants to throw a forehand on this, but there's like a pretty busy road to like if it was to fade right, like where there's definitely cars in play. Straight shot. So part of me wants to go backhand and just finish over here, pitch up, take a par. But I think I'm just gonna man up a little bit, throw the shot. It is a headwind, so if anything, it'll turn more, maybe, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Okay, now get down. Oh, tree? Okay, I think that's pretty short. Very much like the putt, I was more worried about like the angle rather than actually getting the power and everything correct. All right, I didn't hate the shot. Had I got it lower, I threw it a lot higher than anticipated. Had I got it lower, I think would have been probably somewhere near circle. This is gonna be like, I'm just gonna literally take a stab at it. Jump putt, right at it. Headwind, I'm hoping just holds it straight, but let's see, this would be a really good make. Low ceiling, not good. All right, we're gonna try to get off this one quick. You're sitting like maybe 3 feet from the road, so we're gonna move quick. I don't know the distance, so maybe not as quick as I want. 179, it's just over the hill here. You can kind of see it on this tree on the I think the left side of the screen over here. backhand hyzer, let it crash. It's only 189 feet. So I might go Ghoul, I might go Ricky putter. We'll see what the wind's doing first. I kind of like this guy if he wasn't so deep. Oh, good kick. Okay, we're putting from that for sure. I'll tell you what, am I throwing great shots? Not really. But am I getting punished a little more than I think I should? Absolutely. This is maybe, I'm gonna take a stab at it, but probably just gonna end up being a layup. Yeah. Or a bogey. I should not take bogeys on this course, even with the OB that they kind of have with the water and everything. And I didn't even go OB on this hole actually, just a couple bad shots. Tailwind putt, which is favorable. I just have to aim a little higher and get it there. That's brutal. Should not have taken a bogey there. 324, par 3, straight shot. I'm gonna go forehand. I haven't thrown this forehand yet, but I've thrown a backhand a few times now, and it's a little more stable than I thought. So I'm hoping forehand, it'll be a pretty straight disc. Touch of headwind, so I'm hoping it just holds straight and gets there. That gets down, it's really nice. Dig. All right, in circle, I think. All right, I really can't make this up. I'm inside circle. I'm right in line, and I just looked at it. It's a time capsule for the park, I guess. Right in line. Granted, I'm looking over the top of it, so it's not like super in the way, but just the fact that there's something right here, it's kind of annoying. All right, never mind. Evidently it didn't bother me too much, I'm sorry. All right, nice little bounce back there. I'm 6 down. I just realized hole 13 that I bogeyed, I think is the shortest hole on the course, which never feels good. It was a stock hyzer backhand, bad hole, but canceled it out right there. I think, what do I have? 15, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, right now I can only get to 10 down unless I ace or eagle. I don't know if there's any par 4s left, but hole 15, 350, you basically just have to throw past all the trees that are sitting behind. Big hyzer, that's all it is. Finally, get past everything. Wow. Okay, I beat everything, which was huge. That was the racer. I don't hate that disc. I still haven't found a replacement for the sword. Like, that's the only disc, maybe besides like the Detour, that I've been able to get like legit, like late flip to it. So I'm also taking recommendations for that. Overstable, shallow overstable approach, like that 3 to 4 speed, and like flippy, stable distance driver. All right, honestly, really good shot. I think, unfortunately I'm long, but I think I'm still in circle, so it's just a long putt. Left to right, so it should just hold it pretty straight. Stay up, dang it. All right, hole 16, we're looking at 260. It looks like there's just a nice forehand gap there. Probably justice, it's kind of moved more towards the tailwind now. So I don't know, I'll probably still throw the pink one. I might go orange one. I don't know, we'll see how hard it really is blowing, but just funnel down in there. We're gonna stick with the pink just because I know what it's doing today. Please go in, skip. No! Behind, I think. Good shot. All right, definitely short. No chance of going in. Maybe Captain Drafter would have gone in. We're still, I want to say tap in. Let me make it first. Yeah, pretend that's tap in range. 7 down now. I think Captain Drafter would have pushed a little further, still had the stability, and maybe got a good skip. That could have been the one. All right, home stretch here. 17, 18. Hole 17 says 260 on the sign. I don't see the basket. I think it's just behind these trees. Probably gonna throw the same disc again. That Justice kind of been living and dying on it today. Forehand gap, let it fade over, and hopefully be in circle. Might be too inside. Roll out. I saw it roll out. Sorry, I keep forgetting to get out of the way on these. I get caught up watching. All right, I thought I threw a good shot. I needed to push past the last tree. I wasn't expecting it to be so far downhill, but just gonna give a little stepper at it, and I wish make one of these. Maybe. Oh, deep. All right, this is it. Hole 18, I'm 7 down, which is, I'll take that for sure. Hole 18, 345, par 3. It's sitting on the hillside, very much like that basket. I need to look to see if there's OB in the water or anything, but kind of a tough green to access. And we have some nasty right to left wind. So should be interesting. Love to finish with a birdie here and then get to the ratings. All right, we're going quick. The wind finally took a little bit of a break. Get up. Oh, it just killed it. That is really short. All right, I don't really think I thought that one 100% of the way through. Because on the forehand, granted, I think the forehand was my best option, but on the forehand with that wind coming this way, just smacked it. Like almost immediately out of the hands, it was getting pushed. So we're short. I'm gonna jump putt, probably take a 3 and get out of here. Pretend I wasn't trying to run that. All right, that's it for Wyoming. Scotty's DG. I don't know. It was a park, you know what I mean? Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I mean, I've played courses like this all the time in Missouri, so kind of nice to have like familiar, you know, courses-ish, you know what I mean? But I don't know, let's go back to the van for the ratings. All right, that is it for Scotty's DGC in Laramie, Wyoming. It was a park, you know what I mean? And it's a fine park course for sure, especially when they have different tee pads. But I think the sample size for courses in Wyoming must not be great. I guess there's probably not a ton out here, especially for it to be rated 4.1 on UDisc and that be the #1 course. Like I said earlier, like the other #1 courses are all like probably 4.6 at the lowest and above. So pretty telling about Wyoming disc golf, I guess. But I mean, let's go ahead and get into the ratings. #1 is the course name, Scotty's DGC. I don't know who Scotty is. If you put in the course, if it's the name of the person that put in the park, I'm not 100%. Not a big fan of that one. So I think I'm gonna have to go 7.8. I don't know, not super creative. It could honestly probably be lower. I think I'm being being nice with the 7.8, but that's what I'm going with. All right, #2 is the accessibility. This is where the rating is gonna get a pretty good jump. This is a public park, which is always great, free to play. But as far as I know, everything I saw, it's like never closed. And I think the only course that was like that was Hobbs Farm in Georgia, which I gave a 9.5. So I feel like, I'm sure maybe it closes sometime, but there's no gate that closes this. So you could theoretically, I wouldn't be surprised if they do glow rounds or whatever out here at some point at night. So I think I have to go stay the same there and give it a 9.5 there. All right, next is the quality of the course. It's a public park, so you know, when it's maintained by the city, usually it stays pretty nice. Quality of the course, I'm also gonna go into just the holes and everything. There was a good mix, especially the multiple baskets helps, like pin locations, like it can change, but the course wasn't super difficult. If there was no wind today, I don't think there was any question that I would get maybe like 10 under or more. It's not super difficult. It's a lot of the same shots, which I think is definitely going to lower the rating. So what I've got written down is an 8.3. A really nice, well-maintained course. Difficulty has the opportunity, you know, with the different pin locations, but it's nothing special. You know what I mean? And I hate that I have to say that out here, but it is what it is, right? And then lastly, my enjoyment of the course is very much going to go into kind of the quality of the course and how it played. It was a park style course. Like the way I think about it is like destination spots to hit. like on these 50 states things. And this one, probably not. You know what I mean? Like I don't see myself coming back out here to specifically play this course. If I happen to be driving through Wyoming, I guess, maybe, why not, you know? But I'm definitely not like making a trip to come play this course again. So I think the rating I wrote down was a 7.7. And honestly, with the course name, it probably could have been lower. Not too much lower on the enjoyment, because again, new course, always fun. But it's just a park course, and those are everywhere. You know what I mean? All right, so I just did the average, 8.325, and this is where it's funny. This is where it gets interesting, because this is like very much like Parc de Famille in Louisiana. That was more fun than this course for sure. But the accessibility rating, and that's kind of why I did it, I guess maybe, is it gives you that big jump in like bad courses. Like New Mexico, I wasn't a huge fan of, but it got a 9.0 accessibility rating. So bumped it up to an 8.325 rating, which plays, I think, upper half for sure. I'll have them all on the screen, but do I think it deserves to be up there? Probably not, but based on the criteria I have and what I rate courses on, which I think accessibility is huge, especially with cost and days that it's open, it does get that jump. So there you have it. That's it. We're off to Colorado to play Beaver Ranch next week. That is going to be so much fun. I'm hoping I have someone that potentially can maybe find time to play. I'm not going to say anything that way in case it doesn't work out, then it's not a big deal. Again, before we get off here, if you're subscribed or you just happen to stumble upon this video and check it out, one, I encourage you to subscribe, but two, I want to give you a huge thank you. Without you guys, I literally wouldn't be able to be traveling the country like this and playing all these incredible courses. So I'm super, super thankful for this opportunity, and that is because of you guys. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Los Armandes to the moon.